What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital. We're here with Steve Swatton, President and CEO and Director of Copper Corp. Nice to have you on, Steve. How are you doing today?
Great, thank you. Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to have you. So can you start by giving us some background information about yourself and how you became involved with Copper Corp?
Okay, a bit of background about myself. I'm a geologist by training. Started my career at Rio Tinto and worked for various companies, including BHP, and I spent about 6 or 7 years with BHP. Became head of business development for the exploration department, and we were concentrating particularly on copper in those years. Subsequently, I've worked in the junior market for various juniors, including Lucas Lundin, and more recently, I've been working on an asset down in the United States. But how I got involved with this group was quite interesting. Is that previously I worked as an analyst, and one of the other analysts was Craig Roberts. Craig Roberts is the director of this company. We built up a friendship, so we've known each other roughly 20 years. And he interested me in this project, and I really strongly believe in the copper sector. So here I am with Copper Corp.
Oh, that's really interesting. So Copper Corp is focused on exploring for copper in Tasmania. Can you tell us more about this jurisdiction and why you've chosen it?
Yeah, I mean, when I was working with BHP in the old days, we certainly took a look at the global aspect of the copper business, and we were assessing risk in various different countries. And obviously being BHP, we kind of had Australia tied up, and we were looking for far-flung countries. But our biggest asset was largest asset was in Chile. So we scoured the planet, and obviously there's a lot of different jurisdictions in the world which have a different course of law and tenure than maybe the Western countries do. So instead of actually going into any new countries at the time, we decided to go back into the countries we're already involved with, which one of the main one was Chile, and the other one was Peru. And at the time, Australia, although it had copper assets, and maybe the largest one everyone would know would be Olympic Dam at the time. It's going to become a very large mine in its day. It was just in its gestation. And so we decided that we would concentrate on Chile and Peru. So at the time, jurisdiction wasn't as important as it is today, because both those jurisdictions, Chile and Peru, both have their challenges right now. Particularly in Peru, it'd be more on the environmental and social side, and I think in Chile it would be the political uncertainty.
Yeah, definitely. So why does this jurisdiction seem to matter now more than ever?
It matters now more than ever because there's a squeeze on, I guess, the amount of copper, good high grade copper available in the world. And with certain areas of the world, so if you take Chile and Peru, they're maintaining roughly 20 to 30% of the world's supply. And if you consider this a little unstable, then you look at the rest of the producing countries. Australia, by comparison, looks extremely good compared to some of the alternatives. And I won't go into them, but some of them are within Africa and some of them within Asia. But Australia is a particularly safe jurisdiction, and Tasmania itself has a very strong mining code, which is followed, and more than 50% of the revenue for the local province there, the local state, is driven by mining related activity.
Very interesting. So can you tell us a bit more about your current drill program and what you have planned for 2022?
Yeah, we have a 4,100 meter program estimated, and we're probably 2/3 of the way through that right now. We've submitted the samples to the lab, and we're expecting them back pretty soon. And just to be clear, I mean, we're drilling in an area which has been drilled in the past, and our 43-101 outlines the type of grades, but it's between 0.5% and 1% over significant grades close to surface. And it's in an area of northwestern Tasmania, which is being designated for mineral exploration and mining. And our drill campaign and all of our properties are in that northwestern area. And our campaign going forward is that we're going to be continuing this drill program analyze the results, and hopefully, if successful, we'll be putting together another drill program. And then we have another project which is called Skyline, which is in a similar type of setting, slightly different, but we both of these projects are being operated out of a small town called Cision, which has got a mining background. So our program forward is to expand the land within around Alpine, and to do more exploration at the Skyline and infill drilling at Alpine.
Interesting. So copper is a very important commodity that is essential for electric vehicles, electronics, and much more, as we know. How do you feel about the future of copper as a commodity, and what might add to this already bullish sentiment?
Well, I mean, it has been said that copper is the new oil. I mean, copper is used in almost every aspect of industrialization that we can think of, and even more so with EVs being something that is, the growth of EVs is incredible. I mean, there are some estimates that we're going to have maybe 900% more copper in EV space than we've ever had before, which is incredible. Currently, the annual production of copper is 20 million tons, around 20 million tons. And it's estimated by 2030, we're going to have between maybe 15 to 30% more copper. Now, when you bear in mind the jurisdictions of the world where most of the copper is coming from, whether it be South America, Africa, parts of Asia, the safer jurisdictions certainly will command a premium. But not only that, Aaron, I mean, the one problem we have is there's a lot of copper in the world. And when I worked with BHP, we had, a huge database, and I had a large number of people who fortunately, filled the company with a lot of information that we were receiving. The problem is we can't find enough high grade, large copper deposits. And the investment necessary for a copper mine is huge over a long period. So the safer the jurisdiction right now, I think, would command a huge premium.
Definitely. So what are some of the major catalyst investors should be looking out for this year?
Oh, definitely it'll be the drill results that we're hoping by the end of this month we'll start trickling them in. Expansion of our drill program, hopefully with good results, and then we've got roughly 100 kilometers of strike at the moment of the same unit. We'll be extending our exploration program, and in the parallel Skyline area, which is as I mentioned before, slightly different geology. We'll be looking for maybe even porphyry coppers, as well as the IOCGs, which is what we're currently targeting. And an IOCG stands for iron oxide copper gold. And the largest one in the world is within Australia, Olympic Dam. So we're looking for further deposits similar to that. Look, we're ambivalent. The nice thing is we're coming out of the gate here. We just completed our IPO with $10.9 million in the bank. We're well financed, and I think with the people on the board, we have the technical and the finance side covered, as well as the marketing.
Definitely, it's going to be an exciting year. So what is the one thing you're most excited about for Copper Corp in the near term?
Drill results, without a doubt. I mean, when we start getting the drill results, but I think one of the things that really excites me is I'm working with the likes of Sam Garrett and Doug Kerwin, and both of them are international mine finders themselves. And the three of us have basically scoured the globe between, the years that we've been working, and we see analogies with the team that we have behind us, with the cash that we have available and the knowledge. If for some reason this particular asset doesn't work out, we've certainly got the depth and the breadth to be looking at other areas of the world. Safe jurisdictions is our sweet spot, but we've all got experience in every different type of jurisdiction.
Interesting. So where's the best place for investors to find out more information about the company?
Yeah, best place is to go on our website. The website address I'll just give you is, because we just updated it, is www.coppercorpinc.com, or to call myself or Alex Muir, who is the investing relations manager.
Perfect, Stephen. Well, thank you so much. We'll definitely be having you back, talking about all the progress that you made later on this year. So I look forward to covering it, and best of luck with everything.
Oh, thanks very much. It's going to be an exciting year.
If you like these videos, kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, always remember, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. Furthermore, this video may or may not have been sponsored by the companies that we've profiled within this video, and we may or may not own shares of any of the profiled companies in this video. If you want to know the full disclosure details, check the description down below along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.